All right, welcome to another session of Napoleon High School bowling. Today Napoleon takes on Perrysburg at Southwyck Lanes. Just finishing up the practice round, probably be another 4 or 5 minutes. If somebody could shoot me a chat and let me know that the audio quality sounds good and the picture looks, well, you can't see the picture yet, but let me know if you guys can hear me or if I need to boost my mic a little bit. Appreciate it. Getting started a little late. Perrysburg had their senior night tonight, so we had to wait for those proceedings to finish before we could get started bowling. Alright, got confirmation that the audio sounds good. Be switching over to the camera view here just momentarily after they finish their warm-ups. Tonight will be the first officials match of the NLL conference. The girls had a tournament this weekend down in Columbus, which they won. If you'd like to check that out, the match is on live stream. There's a few breaks. We had some camera and battery issues. We're getting those worked out for the away matches. Appreciate your patience. We have just the one camera, so we'll be switching back and forth between action between the girls and the boys matches. It does appear that Perrysburg is also live streaming as well. They had looked to have a camera behind the boys and the girls lanes. So you might want to look at their channel as well.
All right, everybody, hold up on practice. Sherry at the front counter, we'll get us all set and ready to go. Good luck and good bowling, everybody.
All right, looks like we're going to get the match underway. We've got the boys up on lanes 50 through 53, and the girls up on lanes 54 through 58. We'll start out with the girls' match. All right, up first for Napoleon on lane 57, we've got Abby Detmer. And up on lane 55, that looks to be Jalen Rupel. Abby starts out with, I think it's 7. And strike for Jalen. Following Jalen on lane 55, we've got freshman Carly Hohenbrink. Carly's first shot. Looks good, strike. Abby with her spare attempt. Gets it. Nice spare, Abby. Up next for Napoleon is Spencer Schweiger, Jr. Lane 55, first attempt. Gets a little light, leaves the 1-2, picks up 8. Heather McMahon on lane 57, leaves the 10 pin. Spencer with her spare attempt. Heather with hers. Heather gets hers and Spencer picks up hers. It's 2 more spares for Napoleon. All right, Jalen up on lane 56. And another strike. Back-to-back strikes for Jalen Rupel. Up next is Carly with her second frame. She gets 9, leaves the 10 pin. Carly with her spare attempt. Picks it up. Abby's up on lane 58 with her first ball of her second frame. That's a go. That's a strike for Abby. Spencer Schweiger with her first ball gets 6, it looks like. Again, just a little bit light. Heather McMahon with a strike. Spencer with her spare attempt. Picks it up. Jalen leaves the 4-7. Abby with her first ball of third frame. Abby gets 9, leaves the 7 pin. Jalen with her spare attempt, picks it up. Abby's spare attempt on the way. She gets it. Up next for Napoleon girls, Carly. Let's go. Ooh, it's heavy, splits. All right, let's switch over to the boys' action. Up on lane 52, looks like James Gherkin. He ends up splitting, leaves 7-10. We got Preston Miller up next. I guess that must have been Preston with the split. I thought it was James. Ashton Miller with a strike. And 52. Ashton. I'm sorry, Ashton Kiesling. I don't know where my head's at today. Gets the 9. Can't quite tell who that is from here. I think that's Preston Miller up on lane 51. Preston up with his spare attempt. Gets a few. Looks like Ashton Kiesling up on lane 52. Okay, and that's 3 strikes in a row for him. All right, Jacob Hull up on lane 53. Gets 9, leaves a 10 pin. Napoleon picks up their spare. I believe that's Riley Ehlers. He's a freshman this year. Jacob with his spare attempt. Gets it. Preston Miller up on lane 52. Gets 9, leaves a 10 pin. Michael Gallagher with a strike, lane 54 for Napoleon. Preston with a spare attempt. No, pulls it just a little inside. Jacob. Strike on lane 54. Perrysburg picks up their spare on lane 53. Ashton up on lane 52 for Napoleon. And that's a strike for Ashton. This is Riley Ehlers from Napoleon on lane 51. Lets it go. It's just a little heavy, leaves the 4 pin. Michael Gallagher coming up for Napoleon on lane 53. A little heavy, but he gets the strike. Riley with a spare attempt. Looks good. Got it. Preston up lane 51. Jacob up on lane 53. Preston just a little heavy, leaves a 10 pin. Jacob with the strike. Just as a reminder, the match is made up of 2 sets of individual games, Preston with his spare attempt successful, followed by 3 Baker games to decide, with total pins deciding the match. Ashton's missing some pins in his rack, so he's asking for a re-rack here. Meanwhile, Riley steps up on lane 52. It's just a little light. Leaves 1, 2, 4, 10. Gallagher with a strike. Riley with a spare attempt. Ashton picks up a strike. Riley gets 3 of the 4. Jacob with his attempt. Gets a strike. Preston comes up on lane 52. He gets a strike. Michael Gallagher with another strike. Ashton's up. Lane 52. That's a strike for Ashton. Jacob Hall, lane 53. Gets 9, leaves the 10 pin. Up to Napoleon on lane 51. Jacob with a spare attempt, lane 53. Riley hits a little heavy, leaves a split 7-9. Jacob picks up his 10 pin. Trying to slide the 9 over into the 7. Picks up 1. Preston Miller up on lane 51. Michael Gallagher on lane 54. Preston with a strike. Michael with a strike. Ashton with another strike.
Michael's got a few, Jacob's got a few, but Ashton's the only one going right now. No, it does.
Michael steps up. Gets 9. He's 10 pin. spare attempt. Just inside. Got Riley up on lane 52. It's a little heavy, but they all fall. That's a strike. Jacob, he gets a strike. Riley, 10th frame. Another strike. I can't tell from here. Hang on. Yep, Riley with 3 strikes in the 10th. Rustin taps to 7 but can't get it to fall. Preston with a spare attempt. Gets it. Jacob gets 8 on his first ball. Leaves appears to be the 9-10. Preston with his bonus ball in the 10th. Preston strikes. Ashton comes up for his 10th frame. Strike in the 10th.
Hold on, I gotta get a video.
That's 11 strikes for Ashton Kiesling. That's a 300 for Ashton Kiesling. A perfect game. We'll switch back to, after that little excitement, we'll switch back to the girls' match. Light on lane 56. Picks up 5. That frame. Another man waiting for her turn. Jalen with her spare attempt. Gets him to fall. Heather gets 9, leaves the 10 pin. Jalen with her bonus ball in the 10th. Gets 9. Looks like she finishes with a 196. Carly starts the 10th with a strike. Carly, second ball, 10th frame. Gets 9, can't get the 10 pin to fall. Like the other two scores for Napoleon, even Abby Bettner 141. Heather McMahon looks like a 169 from here. Again, we'll get confirmation on those. Carly can't quite pick up the 10 pin. She finishes with a 170. 170 something, can't make out the last digit. Okay, so for the boys' scores, we have Riley Ehlers finished with a 177. Michael Gallagher finished with a 268. Jacob Hall with a 228. And again, as we said before, Ashton Kiesling had a perfect game, 300. And then the other game that Preston finished was a 152 for a total of 1125. With Perrysburg having a total of 893. right, first scored girls. Abby Detmer with a 142, Carly Hohenbrink with a 178, Heather McMahon with a 169, Jalen Ruffel with a 196, and Spencer Schweiger with a 186 for a total of 870. Perrysburg girls have a 659. All right, starting on the girls' second game. Up on lane 58, we've got Ella Fox. First ball.
Clearly from where you're viewing? Were you able to get the 300 pretty clearly from your view? Yep.
She gets 9, leaves the 10 pin. Jalen Ruffel up on lane 56. She starts with a strike. Ella with her spare attempt. Falls off just to the right. Carly steps up on lane 56. It's just a touch heavy. Leaves 10 pin. Heather McMahon starts out the first frame with a strike. Carly fair attempt. Picks it up. Spencer Schweiger, lane 56. A little heavy. Leaves the 3-6. Jalen Ruffel up on lane 55. Looks good. Strike. Spencer with her spare attempt. And she covers. Carly up on lane 55. A little light. Looks like 4 down there. Carly with her spare attempt. That leaves 1. steps up, lane 57. Lets it go, strike. Now we've got Spencer up on lane 55. There's another strike for the Wildcats. Another McMahon comes up on lane 57. Lets it go. And the 10-pin falls. Strike. Ella up on lane 58. And she gets another strike. Perrysburg gets 7 on lane 57. Heather Ann up on lane 58. Gets them all to fall. That's a strike for Heather. Jalen Rupel with a strike for Napoleon. Carly Hohenbrink up Napoleon, lane 56. A little bit light. Leaves 1, 2, 4, 10. Carly with their spare attempt. Gets 3 of them. Perrysburg, lane 57. Misses her spare attempt. Spencer for Napoleon up on lane 56. Gets the strike. Jalen Rupel, lane 55. Gets a strike. Next up for Napoleon, Carly Hohenbrink. Lets it go. Crosses over the head pin. These two looks like the 5-9 maybe. We got Ella up on lane 57. Carly comes up for her spare attempt. Carly's spare attempt is away. Picks it up. That's a spare for Carly. Ella with her release. Looks good. Can't quite get the 7-pin to fall. Oh, does it? Nope. Gets 9. Spencer Schweiger up on lane 55. A little heavy. Looks like it leaves a 3-6. Ella misses her spare. Heather McMahon up for Napoleon, lane 57. Spencer with her spare attempt, lane 55. Heather hits a little heavy, leaves a 4-pin. Spencer covers her spare. Jalen with a strike, lane 56. That looked like maybe 5 in a row for Jalen. Carly up from Napoleon, lane 56. Carly gets 7. Ella looks like she picks up 6. Looks like she leaves the 1, 2, 4, 10. Carly gets her spare. That's a nice spare. Oh, Ellen just misses her spare attempt. Picks up 3. All right, we'll let Spencer finish out the frame here. Gets the last one to fall. The 7-pin falls for a strike. All right, let's switch back to the boys match. Michael Gallagher up on lane 54. Picks up his spare. Ashton gets, looks like 9.
I didn't even see it.
All right, looks like Ashton Kiesling up on lane 51. First ball. Jacob trying to pick up a spare on lane 54, does so. Ashton hits a little heavy, ends up leaving a 4, 6, 7, 10. Michael Gallagher up on lane 53. Gets a strike. Ashton gets 1. Jacob Hall up on lane 53. First Perrysburg attempts their spare on 52. Gets it. Jacob lets it go. Oh! Lucky break, 7-pin falls, leaves just the 10. to 10. It held on. Perrysburg picks up their spare, lane 52. Perrysburg gets 9 on lane 53. Looks like we've got Preston Miller up on lane 52. Preston gets a strike. We've got James Gherkin, lane 52, and Michael Gallagher, lane 54. They both deliver about the same time. Both hit a little bit light. James leads the 1-2. Looks like the 2-4 for Michael. Michael with a spare attempt. Gets it. James with his. Also gets it. I guess there was one more pin in there. 1, 2, 5. Or 1, 2, 8. I can't tell. That's a strike for Riley Ehlers. Ashton Kiesling up on lane 52. Gets 9, leaves the 7 pin. James up on lane 51. Gets 9, leaves the 7. Michael up on lane 53. Looks like a strike. Ashton just inside, can't get the 7 pin to fall. James with his spare attempt. Gets it to fall, gives it a love tap. Michael a little heavy on lane 53. Gets 6, leaves 4 of them. Ashton on lane 51. Let's go for a strike. Michael looking for a spare. Picks it up. Just finishing up the 8th frame here in the second game for the boys. Jacob Hall on lane 53. That's a strike. Jacob's in his 10th frame. On the other set of lanes, 53 and 54. Strike for Jacob. Looks like Preston Miller up on lane 52. Gets a strike. That's 4 in a row for Preston. And Jacob looking to close out his 10th frame. Lane 53. And he does so with another strike. James Gherkin up on lane 52. Gets 8, leaves a 4-7. For his spare, picks up 1. Preston up on lane 51. A little bit heavy, leaves a 6-10. Ashton up on lane 52 with a strike. Preston to convert. Does so. Nice ball. Preston's in the 10th frame. Coming on the spare. Lets it go. A little light. Looks like 7. Perrysburg gets 3 out of 4. James up for his 10th frame, lane 51. Nice hit. That's a strike for James. Start the 10th. James, second ball. It's 9, can't get the 7th in the fall. James looking to close out the second game with the spare. Gets it. Ashton starts 10th frame. Strike. Working on strikes in the 8th and the 9th. Another strike for Ashton. Ashton's last ball. Looks like he gets 7. All right, we'll switch back to the girls' side. As I get scores, I will update you guys. Fox up for Napoleon. Gets 9, leaves the 7 pin. Fowler with her spare attempt. Misses just inside. Heather up. Gets 9, can't get the 10 pin to fall. All right, we've got scores coming in for the boys. We have Michael Gallagher with a 174, James Gherkin with a 188, Jacob Hull with a 213, Ashton Kiesling with a 218, and Preston Miller with 242 for a total of 1035. And Perrysburg had 969 in the second game. So as soon as I can do the math, I will update the scores. And Heather finishes out with a strike. 9 spare strikes for Heather. So if my math is correct, Napoleon boys lead Perrysburg 2160 to 1862. As soon as I have the girls' scores, I'll update those. Okay, for the second game for the girls, Ella Fox had a 173, Carly Hohenbrink with a 163, Heather McMahon with a 192, Jalen Ruppel with a 194, and Spencer Schweiger with a 247 for a total of 969 in the second game. Perrysburg had a 572. So if my math is correct, Napoleon leads 1839 to 1231. Alright, I'm going to take a short pause and switch a battery, and then we will be right back. First for Napoleon and the Bakers, we've got Jalen Ruppel, gets 9, leaves 10 pin. Jalen picks up her spare. We've got Carly up, second spot. Also 9 leaves the 7 pin. So Ella Fox with a strike. Before that, Carly did get her spare. Perrysburg with their spare attempt on the way. Picks it up. In the number 4 slot, we've got Heather McMahon. On its way. And a strike. Perrysburg in the 3rd frame. Hangs out wide to the right. Gets 7. Spencer up in the number 5 spot with a strike for Napoleon. Perrysburg with their spare attempt, 3rd frame. Can't quite convert. Jalen for her 2nd frame in the 1st game. And that's a strike. Perrysburg gets a little heavy, leaves a strike, or leaves a split, I'm sorry. Leaves a 6-10 or 6-7. Carly's up for Napoleon. Lets it go. That's a strike. And Perrysburg can't get either one to fall. Coming up for her 2nd frame, Ella Fox. Oh, looking a little heavy. Leaves the 310, yes. Also the baby split. Try to slide the 3 into the 10, or you can try and aim your ball right between. We have a slight glitch and bandwidth issues here. Heather McMahon with 9 on her first ball. Comes up for her spare attempt. Oh, just pulls it just a little bit. This is to the left. Spencer to finish out the first game. Starts with a strike in the 10th frame. Perrysburg still in the 7th frame. Starts with 5. Spencer with another strike. 2nd strike in the 10th frame for Spencer Schweiger. Another strike for Spencer. Finishes the 10th frame first Baker game with 3 strikes. That's a 224 for the girls in the first Baker game. Napoleon boys with a 201 in their first Baker game. And Perrysburg with a 144 in their first Baker game. Still waiting for Perrysburg girls to finish the first Baker game. I get the score for the Perrysburg girls and the first Baker will update on the screen. Alright, this looks like Riley with 8. Spare attempt, picks up 1. Perrysburg delivers. It's a little bit light, it's like 7. Perrysburg girls end with 87. Gallagher up for Napoleon boys. On his way. Gets a strike. Perrysburg with their attempt. Also a strike. 7. With their spare attempt. Covers it. Preston Miller up to the boys. With a strike. Perrysburg lets it go. They get a strike. Up for Napoleon. Let's go. Splits. Looks like 4 and 6 here. Meanwhile, looks like Perrysburg picked up 7. Riley goes right between them. Can't convert either one. Perrysburg with their spare attempt. I'm not sure if he got one or if that came out of the gutter. Durkin gets 9 on his first ball. Leaving the 7 pin. Perrysburg. Looks like 9. James converts his spare. Perrysburg picks it up. Michael Gallagher gets 9, like the 6 pin. Perrysburg delivers. So the strike. Like the 7 pin was going to stand, but one came back and smacked it. Michael picks up his spare. Second inning. Starts it out with a strike. Perrysburg picks up this there. Perrysburg, last ball, 10th frame. Gets 9. 169 for them. We'll get confirmation on that here shortly. They've got 8 in the second ball in the 10th. Pushes it out to the right, can't convert. Looks like they end up with 198.
Perrysburg 169. Napoleon.
So yeah, 169 for Perrysburg. Napoleon ends up with a 198 in the second game. All right, we'll switch back over to the girls who are finishing up their second Baker game. Another spare attempt in the ninth. Covers it. Perrysburg has 7. It's 2. Spencer Schweiger on the frame. Starts out with a strike. Perrysburg. Can't tell if that's 8 or 9. It's 9. Spencer getting ready to deliver her second ball. Another strike for Spencer. Perrysburg with his spare attempt. Gets it. Spencer, last ball in the 10th. That's 3 strikes for Spencer in the 10th frame. That's a 191 for the girls. Perrysburg looking to convert their spare, 10th frame. Does so. Get one more ball. Just a little left, but picks up the Brooklyn for 1-2 pocket. For a strike. Perrysburg finishes Baker game number 2 with a 147. back to the boys for a little bit while the girls get ready for game number 3. Perrysburg hits just a little light. Leaves 3. Actually, no, 4. Sorry. Ashton with a strike for the boys. Perrysburg looking to convert the spare. Loses a little to the left. Picks up 2. Looks like Preston Miller up for Napoleon. Gets 9. Can't get the 10 pin to fall. Perrysburg with his attempt. Gets 9. Leaves the 7. Preston on spare attempt underway. Misses it just inside. Perrysburg with their attempt. Picks it up. Riley Ehlers for Napoleon. Gets a strike. Perrysburg also with a strike. James Gherkin up for Napoleon. It's a little heavy. Leaves 6-10. At least the 7 went down. Makes it a makeable spare. Perrysburg on the other side of the lane leaves a 6-10. James with his spare attempt. Chops, just gets the 10. Perrysburg missed both the 6 and 10 on their side earlier. Coming into the 9th frame for the Napoleon boys. Looks like Perrysburg is complete. Game 3 with a 163. Napoleon So that's a 639 for the Baker totals for Perrysburg. Ashton starts out with a 6 in the 10th frame. And picks up 3 of them. So Napoleon ends with a 170. That gives them a 569 for the Bakers. Remember, these are unofficial scores, but if I've done the math correctly, we have 27-29 for Napoleon, 25-01 for the Perrysburg boys. All right, we'll switch back to the girls' match, finishing up the 3rd Baker game. Coming up for Napoleon, we've got Ella, 9th frame. She gets a strike. Perrysburg comes out of the gutter to chop the 7th inning. Abby Detmer up for Napoleon. Gets 9. There's a spare attempt. Picks it up. Last ball, 10th frame. Gets a strike. Napoleon finishes the 3rd Baker game with a 184. That gives them a Baker total of 599. For a total of 2438. Again, remember these are unofficial.
Double check my math, but I'm pretty sure it's right.
Okay, we've confirmed the boys' Baker total is 569, 27-29. Nope, hang on, my math is way off. Perrysburg boys. Their Baker scores were a 476. And Perrysburg girls finished with a 90.
Anybody not riding the bus? Bella? Yes.
Which gives them a Baker score of 324. For a total of 1555. We'll confirm those scores real quick.
Great job, ladies.
All right, confirming 1839, 1231. Baker scores of 599 and 324. So 2438 to 1555. All right. Well, thank you for joining the live stream today. Again, we're continually working on making this better and better. So if you guys have any suggestions, we'd be more than happy to hear them. Thank you so much for joining us today.